My fellow X-Men fans, I had a dream where Fox would pay for the sins of Barakapool. And guess what? They did that. Hey guys, I'm Sean with my review of the new Deadpool movie. Um, Before I go into my thoughts on the movie, I'd like to give a little history of this film and the character himself. Uh, I'm not really an avid comic book reader, but I am an avid comic book movie watcher, if that makes any sense. Um, Based on the information I've collected over the years about Deadpool, he's a guy named Wade Wilson who's diagnosed with cancer, and so he kind of volunteers for this weaponized experiment in order to get rid of said cancer. However, to get healing factors to get rid of the cancer. However, something goes wrong or something, and so he's sent to this, reject facility or whatever, weaponized reject facility, whatever. And then the inmates there would took bets on who would be experimented on next. And then Wade's name was high on the list, but then eventually the healing factor kind of manifested, and named himself Deadpool because he beat the odds, something like that. That's pretty much based on the information I've collected over the years. So as I just want to get that out of the way, based on the information I've collected over the years, that's Deadpool in a nutshell. But the movie, you guys are here for the movie though. So yeah, this movie was directed by directed by Tim Miller, who's basically a first-time director, which for that he does really good. He does good at this movie, I think. And then you have Simon Kinberg and Ryan Reynolds and Lauren Shirley Donner as producers. You got Rhea Reese and Paul Wernick, the two diphead writers of G.I. Joe Retaliation. And the movie stars Ryan Reynolds, Morena Baccarat, Ed Skieran, T.J. Miller, Gina Carano, and Brianna Hildebrandt. I think I pronounced that right. And the guy who does the music is... You guys don't really want to know the music, probably. But yeah, the movie is 148 minutes, which is about an hour and 48 minutes. Okay, so that the budget was $58 million, and so far it's made, within 3 days, it's made $260.2 million. Wow, that's a lot of moolah. So basically, the development of this movie has been in development hell for more than 10 years. In 2000, they made a deal to make the movie. Apparently, obviously fell through. In 2004, New Line was going to make the movie with Goyer, and stuff happened, but then eventually, after X-Men vs. Wolverine, people didn't like the Barakapool, and so they decided to reboot the character, ignoring the origins version, and include attributes from the comics such as breaking the fourth wall, the humor, and everything. Like I said, the writers from the G.I. Joe Retaliation were hired in January 2010, and Robert Rodriguez was sent early draft of the script to see if he wanted to direct it. But, he bailed out to make a crappy Spy Kids movie. Why, Robert? Why? But I've already said my piece on that one. But yeah, eventually the movie was picked up by Tim Miller, and so we got the movie we have now. And basically the plot of this movie is Wade Wilson, who is a mercenary, who basically he meets this girl named Vanessa Carlisle at a bar. They get romantic involved. He suddenly gets cancer. He's diagnosed with terminal cancer, and then he basically is offered a chance to cure said cancer, but apparently stuff goes wrong, and stuff goes wrong, and so stuff goes wrong. He has a disfigured face. The healing factor finally manifests, and Finally the healing factor manifests. He becomes Deadpool, but then eventually his girlfriend is captured by the villain, um, Francis Freeman, also known as Ajax. You know, and so Deadpool basically wants revenge for what happened to him and try and get his girl back. And along the way, um, I guess followed by Colossus, sadly not played by Daniel Kumar from the X-Men movies, and then the Negasonic Teenage Warhead. Um, they come help him on his, I guess, mission. So, so what do I think of this movie? Holy shit! Did Fox really knock this one out of the park? Oh my god, this movie's so awesome. You got the action scenes are awesome. You have Deadpool breaking the fourth wall, which is freaking hilarious. Most of the jokes are gangbusters. This movie does make references to, Green Lantern, X-Men Origins Wolverine, and then just other movies within the comic book genre. They also make a reference to the X-Men timeline, because there's a scene in this movie where Colossus is trying to get Deadpool to join the X-Men and go see Xavier. So Deadpool's like, so which Xavier? You mean Stewart or McAvoy? Because the whole timeline thing is confusing the hell out of me, or something like that. It's to that effect. And it's like, oh wow, they made an Xavier joke in this movie. But yeah, I like this. I really love this movie. I think it's a lot of fun. It's one I would love to see again. And me and my friends did a spoiler review earlier, or yesterday or something. It's on my friend Parker Smigel's channel. I'll probably put his channel in the link in the description. A link to his channel in the description box. So that way you can check out his stuff and the spoiler video that we did. So yeah, freaking love this movie. Thought it was a lot of fun. Is it better than Days of Future Past, the Road Cut? That's actually not. That's actually not a classification I'm willing to make yet, because I really did like Days of Future Past. But I will say this is one of the best comic book movies that I've seen in recent memory. It was a lot of fun. If you guys haven't seen it yet, please check it out. I hope you guys had a lot of fun with this. I hope you had fun with this video. I'll catch you guys later.